because I like to think that we can match up well with most U6 teams, which I think we've proven in just about a year and a half.
Right.
But the boys haven't really exactly figured out how to get around defense. So the last 2 weekends, there hasn't been much of a defense. We've extracted the Typhoon we've beaten before. I believe it was 2 or 3 times before that Father's Day tie.
Right.
We actually had to come back and tie that game with
So you had to
2
come,
goals in the last like 3 or 4
from behind.
minutes.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes come from behind wins, Frank. You know, like dramatic and stuff. So,
but we did extract some revenge on
Right.
the Blessed Sacrament Rockets after a big time loss to end the season.
Right.
So I was happy about that. I mean, whether they were missing players this week or, just our players had gotten that much better over the summer, we did handle them. We took a 2 or 3 goal lead early on, and then we just I tried to get more people involved. Like we always say, in a game where you're up 3-4 nothing.
Yeah,
you try to get more players to get a goal.
3-0. Listen, 3-0. Especially in the second half. You just dumped the bench. I think those famous words came from the master.
Well, yeah, Bill Smith.
Dump the bench.
Yeah.
So that's what you do. But a lot of who knows, some teams just don't do it. Frank, you know what we're gonna do? Any last words on your?
I want to just say that we do have a big game coming up this Sunday.
So you look fired up already. And it's only Wednesday.
St. Dorothy. Well, we have the infamous Silver Lake Academy Pandas. So.
Oh wait, what age group is that you're playing?
Well, they're in
supposed to be U6.
They're supposed to be U6, but
they're all mixed up. You might get a 12-year-old playing against.
You never know. We may start getting boys, girls. We may start getting mothers and fathers playing.
Just so the audience, we'll just update him real quick on that. Frank Tricomi and his Rampage, I believe it was last season, and he coaches a U5 at that time. It was U5, and ended up playing Silver Lake towards the end. I think it was the end of the game, and I think one of the boys was asked how old he was or something.
Yeah.
Am I right?
The ref got the players.
The ref asked, and then one of the kids said he's 8 years old.
So
supposed to be 5. So that's why we're just hopping on that a little bit.
So especially anyone from Richmondtown, if you'd like to come out and check out the game.
Yeah. What time is it?
It's 2:00 at the Academy of St. Dorothy.
Okay.
If anyone's around and they'd like to come and check it out.
Unfortunately, Frank, I'd love to be there. I'd love to referee that game, but I have other duties as far as referee at the same time, so I cannot be in 2 places. Wish I could. I wish I had that game. It would have been great, because you know me. I'm by the book when it comes to refereeing.
Well, we're gonna
I'll
stack
throw the book at you too if you.
We're gonna stack the defense and.
Yeah, you'll be all right. We'll go over some stuff too. You know what to do by now, anyways. Like you said, stack it up. You know what? If they're so concerned about a U6 level to try and bring 8, 9-year-olds into the
what does it mean? It's pointless.
Yeah, it is pointless.
We keep stats. I'm a stats guy, so I like keeping track and a history. I'm a history major. I like keeping track of things.
Okay.
Not necessarily for wins or losses, which are nice, but to win against kids that are 2-3 years younger than you.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. But speaking of stats, Frank, I'm looking at the Staten Island Soccer League standings right now. We're going to start with the age group that counts, right? According to the league, which is the U8 divisions, right? So we're looking at the Richmondtown Rascals, right?
Yeah.
They're 3-0-1, first place. Well, that's good for them, right?
Yeah.
They're on top of that.
Good for Richmondtown.
That's one Richmondtown team. All right, and we're going to scroll down here. We got the Richmondtown Badgers, which we know Rich is part of that staff.
Yes.
Rich, and I believe the head coach is Mike.
Yes.
An excellent job those guys are doing with those boys over there. I mean, really phenomenal, those guys. They're 4-0, and speaking to Rich the other day, I think they're going to have that division really locked up for not only this season, maybe even next season too. So 4-0. That's 2 Richmondtown boys team, first place. Okay, we're gonna go to same U8 division, another boys team, Richmondtown, the Ravens. I don't know who's coaching that one?
I'm not
You need to
sure.
really get these guys' names and stuff.
You know what it is? When we go to the coaches meeting, you don't really put the face with the name.
Yeah.
You know, like
All right.
you said, we
Anyway,
need to
whatever
start
the
doing
case
that.
is, we got the Ravens. They're undefeated. I mean, they only played. It shows that they're only playing 3 games so far. So I don't know if they didn't input their scores, but they're 3-0. Obviously, they're going to be in second place because the first place team is Blessed Sacrament, but they played 5 games.
It could be possible because I know teams do play up until the 18th.
Yeah, okay. So they've only played 3, so it looks like Richmondtown is potentially another chance for the division. Now, that's 3 divisions right there, and that's all at the U8,
Yeah.
okay? We're still at U8. Well, now we're going into the girls. Let's see what we got with Richmondtown with the girls here.
It's the Robins.
We got, that's it, right? And
Yes.
the Robins, our good friend there, Alex, is the head coach of the Robins.
Yes.
And right now it looks like they're 4 games in, and they might be stumbling a little bit. They're 1-2-1.
Yeah.
So, Alex, good luck the rest of the way if you're watching, and we'll see you soon. So that's it for the girls, right? There's only one girls.
Yes. There's only one U8.
You know what? Hold on. I think I skipped a team here. I just want to take a quick look.
Yeah. I have
There's a
pretty
St.
good
Charles
idea.
Comanche. That's Christina, our old friend Christina,
Yeah.
that was co-hosting here. And again, with her, I mean, we're full. It looks like they're 4 weeks in. The boys, she's only got 3 games in, so they're at 2-1. Looks like they lost that last game. They got shut out 1-0 last week. It looks like.
Yes.
But Christine, good luck the rest of the way. You need to input one more score there.
And I think we need to have a little rematch here.
Well, from what I'm
You know?
from what I'm understanding, the Comanche's gone into hiding because I can't find them. We want to play them again for I don't know whatever feedback you're getting.
Yeah, I'm trying to get maybe drinks either at Z1 or Z2 or
For the winning.
or any place if they're choosing. Basically wherever they would like to buy us drinks
So
is welcome. I don't care if it's a hole in the wall.
moving right along, Frankie, we went over our division. Richmondtown Rush U9 Girls Division 1. Richmondtown 4-0. The Blue Dolphins that we spoke about, they're 3-0-1. Patrides is in 3rd place. They were 3-1. St. Charles, well, Rob, great guy and all, Rob, but you put in a wrong score. Your real standings should be at 1-3. You should be 1-3 instead of 2-2, Rob. But it's who's no one's counting anyway, right? Okay, then we wrap up with St. Joseph. They're 1-3. Holy Child has lost 2 games and 2 ties, and the division, the basement is the Comets. They're at 0-4.
Yeah.
So you know what? That Holy Child team, they could still be. We played them the last game of the season. So
Yeah.
I'm going to skip right along right here to. There's one more team that my good friend Benny Fazio is a part of now. The St. Margaret Mary Bulldogs, and they're in the U11 boys division. They're sitting at 0-4, and that's a shock to me. It really is a shock to me. I thought this team was a little bit better than 0-4. I really don't know what's going on other than what I hear from Benny, which is a lot of travel team players in this division. Now, I see a Richmondtown team in this division, which, of course, is part of our club, the Flames, and they're 3-1, and it looks like the Flames' only loss was to Silver Lake. Now, like I said, the only thing I know about this division is that there's a lot of talk that there's a tremendous amount of travel team players on most of these teams, and that's why the teams on this division can't really do anything because they're being pretty much outplayed.
Yeah.
Again, with this travel team, the travel team thing, it's just, I wish they would put a limit on it. I don't think you're ever going to see it. Reason why is because you can't turn away a kid, right? Would you turn away a registration?
Well.
Would you say, oh, okay, we got 5 travel teams, that's it, you can't play?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Besides that, what happens in a circumstance where, let's say, take the Rush, right? All of a sudden, we have a couple of travel players on the team.
Right.
Being Allie and Emily. Let's just say 4 other girls make the travel team. That means they have to be taken off their team.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's just
forget about starting up a new team.
That's why it's just never going to
joining.
go away. It's never going to. It is what it is, and unfortunately, Benny's 0-4 right now, and I feel his pain. But Benny, there's always Richmondtown, Benny. There's always Richmondtown.
You got a shirt waiting for you.
There's always Richmondtown, Benny. So anyhow, that'll wrap up. I mean, let's go down to U12. We have anything in U12? We got the Dynamo, Frank. They're 2-1. Richmondtown Dynamo. I don't know who's coaching that. Not familiar with that. Okay. Let's see what we got. U12. And then we got the Charms.
John? Maybe John Jensen?
John.
Coach John?
We got the Richmondtown Charms. They're 3-2.
Okay, that's Coach Anthony.
That's the girls, right? That's Anthony. We got the Charms. We have the Mustangs. Boy, they're having a tough season. They're 0-4. Who's the Mustangs? You know?
I'm not sure. No? I think they were added.
That's right. We need the big cheeses down here. This way they can break this down for us here. Let's see real quick. The Renegades, they're 0-2-1. And there's the Patriots. They're also at 1-3. So a couple of teams are struggling. But for the most part, I think the Richmondtown teams are up on top of their divisions, if not, owning their divisions. It's good to see the little guys, like the U8s. Yeah. Even the U6, your team is pretty good. We got the Raspberries. They're a new team from this season.
Undefeated.
The GM there is doing a marvelous job. I love the job that GM is doing. She didn't even go to the game, the last game. So she's probably out there scouting the other teams.
Wow.
That's what she was probably doing. So, yeah, you know what? But you love to see the young ones because that's where you start, right?
Yeah.
The U5, if these teams are playing and they're coming, that's where the clubs start from the bottom up, remember?
Yeah.
We're in the middle of the pack right now, Frank, so we don't matter anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
It starts from the bottom.
Although, not for nothing, we did add quite a few new players, and our roster is as full as it's ever been.
Yeah, 18 is I think is the most we've ever had.
Yeah,
right?
I think at one point when we first started, we were at 17.
17.
And playing 17 girls, playing 5 in a goalie was...
And that's the thing, I loved, some people just don't understand, like trying to look. I don't care what they say. If you go out there, and I think we've gone over this once before, I'll say it again. You want to win every game. I know Bill and they'll say he doesn't care about that stuff, but show me a coach that really doesn't want to win, So anyhow, the whole thing is I'm trying to juggle in. Now you got 18 players, fine.
Yeah.
And I'll never turn down anyone. If Bill gives me, whoever he gives me, I'll never turn it down. But at the same time, it's hard. We're at one level here. The girls, I've been with them for 4 years now, 3 years, right? They're here. Now we have 3, is it 3 or 4?
I believe it's 4.
It's 4, you're right. It is 4. It's 4 new players that have really never played. Well, 3 I could say that never really played the game.
Yeah.
3, I think one of them might have played with her dad or whatever the case is. But, 4 players to start from scratch, it's kind of hard to have a practice where we're trying to go over plays and stuff, and these girls don't know how to pass the ball yet.
Yeah.
So I felt like even yesterday, this past week in practice, I'm doing one-on-one training. It's kind of hard, and then the rest of the girls are sitting around with you. Yeah, it's just a little bit harder, but you know what? It's just another challenge, and I'll never say no to it. It might take us a little longer to do what we really want to do, just to get the other girls up to par with everybody else. So, I mean, and the thing is, I have 18 kids now. Getting them in and out of a game, you want to win. You don't want to have a new player on the field in a spot where they may make a mistake because they've never been in that situation before, and the rest of the team has to suffer for it. So it's kind of hard to get, the 18 players in and out. And I know, believe me, I know every single player that's on that bench, and I know who's going in what situation. So I would love to have a 6-0 lead at the half of every game so I can get everybody in and not care about anything. But the outcome is the bottom line is I want to get a win for these girls every week if I can, as much as I can. And, that's what I'm trying to do, especially with the team that we've had, excluding the 4 players, right? If you didn't have the 4 new ones on right now, we were down to what, 13? 14 we had, right? You're always going to get here and there a player that doesn't come second, right? Now we're fielding 9 players, so 14, you take away 1, 13, you'll have 3 or 4 on the bench. right? That's
Yeah.
perfect. You're in a perfect situation.
Yeah.
4 players on the bench. You rotate them nicely. Now we got another team on the bench.
Yeah.
So my job just became, a little bit harder. But like I said, we'll welcome the challenge and we'll go from there. That's why I do the 2 practices a week. If you got one kid that can't come, you always have, the next day to come, the next practice. It's usually Monday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, whatever the case is. So, any thoughts on the rush and the rest of the way here?
Well, it's 4-0 at this point.
What is your gut feeling? Is my real question to you right now on the air. What is your gut feeling about this team? And you could just say how you feel. What do you feel? How far can this team go this year? Now, don't forget what we got remaining here, the teams.
I honestly think from my gut, I think that we can run the table. Yeah.
Oh, you think if
I think we can. I hope we can. But there's still definitely 2 tough games to play.
Right.
And then the 2 other ones, anything could happen.
That Holy Child game is scaring the crap out of me now because they're 2 losses and only, and
they stopped us from perfection last season.
Right, from perfect season.
We had, if we would have been able to score 1 goal in that game, we would have been 8-0.
8-0
with no goals against.
That's
how great.
Show me a team that's done that. I'm sure there's teams that are out there that gone on perfect, without giving up a goal and stuff like that. But
I'm the type of guy that I am.
I know you got to have everything.
I'm the
perfect.
type of guy that when I was 10 years old and I was playing a video game, for example, I think I've said this on the air before. For example, Sports Talk Football. When I was about maybe 13 years old, I had to go 16-0.
Yeah.
With whatever team I was playing.
That is not wrong with that.
I had to go 16-0, and then I had to win the 3 or 4 other games.
What do you play? You play PlayStation, PS2?
Well, back then it was Sports Talk Football was actually for Sega Genesis.
Okay.
It was for Sega Genesis at the time. I think I chose the San Francisco 49ers.
Back then they were a dynamite team.
Well, you know what it was? My brothers.
Speaking of that,
we didn't choose the Jets. We were all Jet fans, so we saved the Jets to play.
Well, Frank, let me just give a shout out. I think we have a new viewer. Okay, as you know, and the viewers might not know that we're known now in parts of the world. All right, we have followings in Toronto. All right, we got he didn't call in tonight, but we have our Toronto update.
Okay.
From Frank Balanzano. We also have followings in Italy, and that's Body Italy. Okay, we have some a lot of YouTube fans. They watch us via YouTube, and also tonight I think we have another special viewer right here on Staten Island. I think it's Claire, my sister Claire. She's also now hooked on to the Solo Rush Soccer Report. She says I'm definitely gonna be watching tonight. I says so she's the new viewer. And she's actually from Brooklyn. So we have Brooklyn also in the mix. And I think the show is growing, just like, your show is going to be growing. You just started out with your variety show. That airs now. I think you have a new time.
Yes, it is live, 8:30. I believe it's the 2nd Wednesday of the month.
Right. That's your live show. Then it repeats.
It repeats on Fridays at 7.
Fridays at 7.
Channel 35 live on Wednesdays and 34.
Yeah, so, this show is only going to grow. And you know me, I'm just going to continue. It's going to get bigger and bigger. We're going to have, next month, I got a whole slate of people coming on. So, like I said, we got the directors from Brooklyn coming in, Vincenzo and Dominic. We know Dominic as we referee together with Dominic. So they're going to be in here. We're going to be talking about that game that we're going to Brooklyn. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get Demi Jean back on. I know she's injured right now. We're hoping to get Christine back on. If you're watching, we need you to sit right back in this spot here. And a couple of coaches from Richmondtown. So, next month, I know, people got things to do. We're looking to get Rob also on. Just want to keep this a soccer show and try to get everyone's ideas and input from the league,
Yeah.
Regardless of what we do, like, we got Anthony in our division, Rob's in our division. And I talked to them. I says, look, win or lose, you come on the show, and we talk soccer. We're here to promote the game, promote Richmondtown, obviously, because we're from Richmondtown, and but promoting the game, I think, is more important really than anything else. And
hey, if the Yankees and Red Sox could be friends, I mean,
yeah. Friends, I don't know if they'll
well,
be friends.
some of them are.
But speaking of that, Frank, you know what? Since we pretty much covered everything else as far as Richmondtown goes, we got a huge game this weekend. If you guys want to come out, we're at Petriti's. I know it's early. I have to get up early also. It's a 9 o'clock start at Petriti's, PET 10, I believe it is, right?
Yes.
Huge game for us. We're going to be fired up. I know I'm fired up. But I think we'll just give the last few minutes here on some other sports that's going on right now.
Okay.
And you know me, I get fired up, especially when I hear like the NHL owners, right? I think they gave an offer out to the players. This was yesterday. And what is going on? I don't even want to get crazy, but what's going on with the players taking so long to respond back? I think they offered 50-50 with the revenue and stuff like that. And hockey's like the worst sport in this country, So that's just mind-boggling that the players didn't jump on that. And you know what? Let them go to Russia. Go play in Russia if that's what you got to do. We got the Brooklyn Nets now. So
how do they say it in Russian? Das vidanya?
Whatever
that
it
means
is,
goodbye?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think that means goodbye.
So that's basically, we're getting the signal from Brian. That is goodbye. And we're going to be saying goodbye in a few minutes, too. So. But we'll say ciao instead of whatever you just said. All right, so that takes care of hockey. There's no hockey news.
Yeah.
And I was dying for this season because the Rangers were looking good. So let's get right into basketball real quick. This season's going to be starting up again. The old-time Knicks are already rolling. I think they got a bunch of wheelchair guys playing.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's okay. That's fine. You know what? Whatever makes Benny Fazio happy.
Yeah.
He's the guy. He's the Knick fanatic. And I love to kill them when they lose a game. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see the Brooklyn Nets play. I'm not particularly crazy with their jerseys, black.
Yeah.
I don't think their color was black. Black and white. Yeah.
Oh, is it black?
I don't like their color.
Yeah.
I like the Brooklyn across their jersey. That I like because it's representing Brooklyn. And the NBA didn't start yet. They're in preseason.
You know what I just found out last night? Speaking about the Brooklyn Nets, I was just reading an article how, I don't know if you know this, they're actually serving L&B pizza.
Oh, really?
At the Barclays Center.
That's classic.
And I had heard that some people griping about you could only get a slice there. Slice of L&B.
Only
they
one?
They could keep it.
Only
no,
one?
meaning a slice.
Oh, they cut him in
square.
Oh, really?
A round pie.
Oh, that's got to change.
But then after further research, I think if you go to the second or third level, they do have the squares.
Yeah, they got to have those squares. That's what they're made for.
That's getting a square.
Yeah, that's L&B squares. They don't go there for slices. All right, let's get right on quick. Basketball preseason done. Baseball, we'll touch on it real quick. We know the story with the Yankees. I feel like we spoke before the show started. I thought they got lucky getting through Baltimore. They struggled with the bats getting through Baltimore. It turns out now they're down 3 games. I think Baltimore would have been a better opponent for Detroit, and I hope it ends tonight. They're down 3-0. They're actually in the rain delay right now. No score, rain delay. And also the other series, we got St. Louis.
Yes.
And the Giants.
Yes.
They were at 1-1, and they're also, I think it was 3-1 St. Louis.
3-1 St.
And they're also in the rain delay. So, I mean, that takes care of any predictions.
So it's the perfect time to tune into this show.
Yeah.
Seeing that those 2 games are in a rain delay.
We're not in no rain delay, so that's
hopefully the rain delays will end. Red is showing.
Exactly, which is in the next couple of minutes. So real quick, Frank, predictions for World Series.
Well, last week on my show, I predicted the Tigers and the Nationals, which was this close to half. Yeah.
Well, the Nationals, look, they got their feet wet, Washington, so they're good. They'll be around.
They lost that game in the bottom of the 9th, top of the 9th. Now, obviously, I'm going to predict Tigers-Cardinals.
Tigers-Cardinals.
Tigers winning in.
Yeah, the Tigers look like they're going to
7.
win. Yeah, Tigers will probably take the World Series. What that leaves us with one last sport to go, which is football. We're how many weeks are we in? 5 now?
I believe we're in 6.
6 weeks into football. All right, obviously, Jeff fan.
Jets,
you're
first
3
place.
and 3. Now the Patriots lost last week, right? Is that
The whole division is 3 and 3.
Oh, the whole division is
So
3 and 3.
this Sunday battle for first place.
Well, once you start playing each other, which you're going to be playing the Patriots, that's where the better teams are going to show up.
So.
Hey, look, if the Jets, it's not impossible to beat the Patriots. It's not.
Hey, you know what? It looks like in that division from this vantage point,
it's definitely
at 9
not impossible.
and 17.
Yeah,
So win the division.
Giants.
Strong game against the Niners.
But it leaves you with which team is showing up now against the Redskins. That's the question. See now, you came off all the hype, leading up to last week. That was all Niner talk. Giants didn't have a chance to win the game. Blah blah blah. Giants didn't say a word. Although it turns out that there was some kind of back and forth with the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Gilbright, I think it was, and the Niners and stuff. So there was some back and forth stuff, but the Giants ended up really dominating that game.
Yeah.
Total domination, and it shocked me. So, and are they going to show up for the Redskins? And a Super Bowl champ should put away the Redskins if you're a true champion. So well, Frank, I see we got a couple minutes to go. Real quick, some updated stats head to head. Get back to the Richmondtown Rush because this is a soccer show. Let's update the St. Charles head-to-head meeting. We're now 7-0-1 lifetime against St. Charles Wildcats. I believe that is the biggest margin right there of victories.
Yeah.
The next team I think is the Comets. All right. Well, I'm hearing the song, Frankie. You know what? It was a great hour.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on the show and looking forward to our next live show, which is next month. If anyone wants to get in touch with you, Frankie.
You can contact me at richmondrampage@yahoo.com.
All right. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. If you would like to friend us on Facebook, Richmondtown Rush on Facebook, and have a good night.
I'm the best. I'm the best in all the world. I'm the strongest of them all. I'm football crazy. I'm football crazy. I'm football crazy. Sunday night, match is through. Now got more time for you. Tuesday dawn, another day. Will I make it to Sunday?